Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ernie C. This is Keep Grinding the Podcast, episode 173, DJ EC3.
Tony Donez here, guys.
And we are back with What's in the Deck, the 13th edition.
13, lucky number 13.
Oh, man, we got Lucky Lefty on the deck today, man.
Nice.
What did you think about Illmatic? What did you think about that episode?
It was good, man. You know what? I want to clarify something real fast. I went back and listened to the Illmatic, and there was one thing that I said that, you know, we don't plan anything out. Like, I'm usually here like 2 minutes, and then we just jump on and start recording.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start throwing ideas and stuff out there, like, it's not planned out. So I said something about New York being like the only, like the ones who do it best and representing where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, because they're boroughs and whatever, and, you know, Queensbridge and, you know, Marcy Projects and stuff like that. And just, you know, I spaced, man, because I totally left out the Bay.
Oh, man.
And don't nobody represent like the Bay.
Especially in that time frame, too. That 95,
nobody
96.
represents like the Bay.
100%.
And so, like, I immediately went to, you know, our LA areas that definitely represent, but it's a little different. But the Bay, like, nobody represents like the Bay.
I agree,
so
sir.
I wanted to clarify that because I definitely left that out. As I was listening, I was like, motherfucker, you forgot a big one, you know. And so I can call myself out. You know, so yeah, shout out to the Bay.
Hey, that's what it is, man. This is the Keep Grinding the Podcast. We will definitely correct ourselves if needed. We might even edit the shit if we have to.
Usually not.
But man, I represents my stuff. I really enjoyed that album.
So good.
It's coming from somebody who, you know, me and used to argue about the Nas thing and his beat selection, and I'm kind of glad I kind of grew out of that phase of my life. And
but you're talking about the beat selection actually made me look at it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was always cool with the beats, I think we really kind of came to that agreement that I think he just overshadows beats. And those producers know, like, my beat's never going to be the highlight here. So I'm going to make something that fits the song and the voice rather than me trying to make this amazing beat and just let him rap over it.
But I think, too, now that I'm a little older and we do, you know, we both make content, right? And we both put our content out to the world to judge.
Yep.
There is nothing whack. I don't think there is, bro. Like, it's all your, it's your unique story, all the beats. And now that I have a better, and I guess I have a better ear, that's just what they felt at the time. Like, who am I to be like, oh, that's whack. That's very self-centered of me. And I think a piece of art is unique. Yes. Just like we have this rap now, the rap of the 2010s was very trappy, very you know, mumble rappy. And remember Designer doing that Timmy Turner song and stuff like that. Like, maybe to us it wasn't what we wanted. Like, but you're the king of saying it wasn't catered for us.
It wasn't made for me, man.
Yeah, and that's the way it is.
So, it's funny because I go through that in the hat world. You know, I do my hat designs and stuff, and people will just, like, take a hat that somebody designed and be like, "That's trash, that's shit," and I'm like, "No, man, it's just not for you." Like, 100%. I will never just call somebody shit trash. I'll be like, "Oh, it's not for me. I'm not really feeling it." I'm sure somebody else, you know. Yeah. I was on a show one time that we were talking about hats, and I didn't really like the hat. Said, you know, oh, it's really not for me. And, like, the next day, the dude who made the hat was in my DMs, and he was like, "You don't understand this." And I go, "Dude, I didn't say it was bad. I just said it's not for me."
Yeah.
And so, like, I hope it sells out. I hope fucking everybody loves it. Like, I'm not wishing you ill will. I'm not wishing negativity towards you just because I don't like it. Like,
It's just not for you.
yeah. And so, like, I don't know. It's just kind of that black and white thing that goes on now where, well, if you don't like it, then you must hate it.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just not for me. So, you know.
It's like, honestly, I don't know if it's a good comparison, but wearing cowboy boots. There's a bunch of cowboy boots I like that are really nice, but I will not rock a cowboy boot. There's not for me. Like, I'm sure I'm not saying they're ugly, they're whack.
It's
not a
just
cowboy
not for me. We all got different styles,
and dude,
man.
You even said in your post, if I wore hats, you would give me a free hat.
Absolutely.
But I just don't wear hats, bro.
Absolutely.
I don't know what a good hat is. I think everything you put's great. Maybe other people have different opinions, but I'm just not a hat guy. Just like I'm not a shoe guy.
Right.
You know, I just have my own. Everybody's different,
But it's like that with everything, man. Like food. It's not like I would never say that food sucks. I just don't like it. You know, I may like broccoli, you may not. It doesn't mean broccoli sucks. It just means you don't like it. You know, so yeah, man. Not everything has to be so cut and dry. So.
Congratulations on your latest edition, man. The latest drop,
you.
Your first in-store drop.
First in-store hat.
Can you give me the store one more time? I know I have it on the tip of my tongue. But
Crown-Minded.
Crown-Minded.
Crownminded.com, guys. It's a Lake Elsinore Storm hat. You can see it. It's on the front page still, I think. sold like half the stock from what I heard on the first night.
Can you explain the eyes again?
So the eyes, it's just the Lake Elsinore Storm is a minor league affiliate of the Padres.
Perfect.
They're down in Lake Elsinore, and their logo is just a set of eyes,
No,
man. And I've always thought it was so cool. That was like one of the first logos that, like a minor league logo that came out, and I was like, I gotta have that hat.
for sure,
And back in those days, you couldn't just you couldn't just get on a website, dude. I'm older than the internet and shit.
Yeah,
So like you actually had to go find it. So that was one of like the first ones. So it was cool to be able to make that and get it out there and have people buy it, man. And it's in a store. And
How is it to have your work that you know, when we do this all the time with this is our work we're creating on the fly. Same thing, but different, I guess, different routes. How does it feel to create something and you're putting it out there and it's kind of, you don't know if it's going to sell, you don't know if people are going to love it, the response to it.
It was nerve-wracking, man.
100%.
It's funny because like I've never done, you know me, I don't do anything for like credit. I don't do shit for a pat on the back. If I do something, it's because I enjoy doing it.
Yes.
But there's also a store who invested money in me and took a chance on my design, dude. And I wasn't about like my ego or me. It was like, I want to do right by the store. That's why I did so much promo for it. I wanted to do right by them. I want to show them that, you know, you invested in me, so I'm going to give as much I can back. So to sit there and see like, oh man, you know, is it going to sell? And that was a little nerve wracking, dude, but it was cool. Like in a fun way, man. And I hit up the dude and said, you know, is the store happy? He goes, they haven't said they're not. So that's a good sign.
That's always a good thing. No, 100%, bro.
So there's still some out there, guys. I know a couple of sizes sold out, but yeah,
Please
crownminded.com.
Please do.
If you buy it, DM me. Let me know, man. We'll figure out something. We'll get you some sort of thank you. Some sort of thank you.
Yeah. I announced finally, but the big secret, I guess, that's been kind of brewing. I've been telling
man
you.
right here.
I'm a college basketball coach now. So weird. Shout out to BC, and dude, that's where we're at. And
congratulations,
thank
man.
you, man.
Congratulations.
It's been really, it's been different the last couple, 3-4 weeks, and it's been a great, but nothing but positivity. I love it. I know Coach was gonna drop it. Believe it or not, I didn't drop that. Coach dropped it. I knew once he asked for a picture a week ago, I was like, oh, he's gonna drop it. Fuck, I don't got a lot of pictures of me coaching, Coach. It's not, you know me. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I told Irv, shoot the kids. I don't need to be in it. So once he did, I knew he was gonna drop it soon. And once it dropped, I was like, damn, it's crazy. This is support too. Everybody who's reached out.
Very cool.
Had some guys I really, really respect, including you. Just reaching out saying, hey man, winners win too, and it's like it's crazy, but we're a whole different world now, bro. High school ball was fun, but it's like we got more to prove and just keep learning and just being a positive influence and a vessel for these East Side kids to hopefully one day reach their dreams, do the playing. And we always say it too. Anything, if you play a sport and you get to play after high school, it's a blessing. Doesn't matter where it's at. Doesn't matter what level. So if I could be a vessel for some of these kids' biggest dreams, come true, and we've been around the game for so long.
Absolutely.
As fans, as participants, as coaches, a lot of people dream about playing college basketball.
Yep.
And if I could just be a vessel for that, bro, I'm okay with that.
No, man. Like I said, congratulations, and a lot of it, and I know you don't do these things because you want me to gas you up or whatever, but I tell people all the time when they ask me about you and what you do, and I'm like, keep grinding ain't just a t-shirt, guys. Like, this guy grinds. This guy is out there. He's putting himself out there. He's taking chances, and those chances pay off. Not every one of them, but when they do, they pay off in this way, where you went from a dude who was just wanting to shoot pictures for them to being an assistant coach.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty cool, man. And congratulations.
And
well deserved.
It's and believe it or not, bro, I know you're not a big Jim Cornette guy, but this guy has this speech that he gave his locker room after Crash Hawley passed away. He wrote a memo out, and I listened to that, man. Before we practice, before every gig, I've been listening. I've been making a consistent effort. He essentially says, do what you love, have the love outweigh the BS that's going to come with it. Just because you made your goal doesn't mean you can half-ass it, be late, be content, and just know that it's not going to last forever, and you have an opportunity to hit a home run with it. I'm not saying be perfect. I'm just saying be smart.
Yep.
And it's like,
and enjoy the ride, man.
Dude, I just want to enjoy the ride, dude. Like, keep grinding, and shout out to Warm Up Athletics. Shout out to Bakersfield Pals. Shout out to all the basketball programs out there that we're affiliated with. Well, we're affiliated with one now. Damn, I can't say.
Nice.
Shout out to the Hill too, man. We're out everywhere. We're doing everything that I'm shooting right now. Thank you for letting me do it. I'm just shooting my shot, bro, and that's all I want to do. And
And you know, even this, like Ernie and I have known each other 20 something years, right? But where this is now, as far as our friendship and everything, it came from us coaching.
Yeah.
Like we were always cool. We were always, but he invited me to be on his coaching staff, and it created this different type of bond. So now we're creating together. We're doing these things together. Sure. We were creating a basketball team. We were creating a culture, and this is all just an extension of that. But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to all this was created because we want to help kids.
Yes.
We want to help these kids see that there's more. Use basketball as a vehicle to help them develop these skills that will hopefully help them in life. And you're just taking it to another level, man. Congratulations.
And I think thank you, bro. And what we're creating is, I think it's based off trust with the pod. I mean, I think we trust each other just to, let's say what we have to say about these albums that we love. Let's shoot what we have to shoot, because I know you trust me with the photography.
Yep.
And I trust you to kind of give me the honest, even just in general with life. I always expect you to give me the honest shit. Like even when we walk in the door today, we're not gonna go into it. But do I want to hear it? No, but it's the truth. 1,000%. You're right.
A little bit, but
I need to get scolded once in a while.
But it's not even scolding. It's just because I've been through a lot of that shit where I created problems for myself without realizing it, and then looking back on it 10 years later, I'm like, that was all my fault. I didn't need to get emotional about that or whatever the case was. So a lot of times it's. When I do those things, it's because I've been through it.
No, 1,000%. That's been my whole life, our whole friendship. Because you've been there, done that.
And I'm always just trying to make things easier for the next people coming up, man.
For sure, bro. Speaking of next people coming, let's get this out the way now because we have a sponsor.
Look at this.
Rogelio's Details, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit him up today at Rogelio's Details _. He's a mobile car wash service. He's an Eastside kid, local entrepreneur. Nice. He will do your exterior and internal detail, shampoo your seats, leather condition, clay bar, water spot removal, all with Rogelio Details. And he is our sponsor for the next 4 episodes of Keep Grinding the podcast. I'll put his information out there. I'm sure we'll shoot a promo. I want to shoot a promo video, put it in the middle of this pod.
Nice.
And really, I really appreciate you.
Rogelio, thank you, man.
Just having faith in this podcast. We're just 2 guys shooting the stuff.
I say it all the time. Like these are just our phone conversations now into microphones. It really is. I mean, we would just do this shit all the time, and so now you guys just get a peek under the hood of what it's really like when we get on the phone and just chop it up.
And we're gonna chop it up now with what's in the deck today, D.
So we did an amazing East Coast debut album last week, and we're keeping that ball rolling. We got Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, guys.
Man, what a beautiful album. It's been on repeat for the last 15 years, 20 years, 25 years with me. This is one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite Jay-Z album.
Right.
This is released on June 25th, 1996 through Rockefeller Records. You guys may have heard Rockefeller. This
probably about a month after I graduated from high school.
This is when
I graduated in like the end of May of '96.
I was going to ask you, so with this album, this is kind of, let's just go real fast. Debuted at number 23, was on the charts for 18 weeks. Believe it or not, it wasn't certified platinum until 2006, which is it a cult following type of thing? You know what I mean? Like, the way people love this album in the game, you would think it went diamond by now, but it's one of those, if you know type of albums, I feel like. And this is a young Jay-Z, and this is, very young.
And listening to it and hearing his voice, like how young his voice sounded. Like it wasn't that different as far as the tone and everything, but there was just a youthfulness in his voice that was kind of crazy to hear.
Let me see. Dude, he was, 79, 89, 20. He was 26 when he dropped this album, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, a little older than most of those.
Yeah, he was a little older. So what do you remember at this time, D? What do you remember hearing the hype about it and what was going on in the game when Reasonable Doubt dropped?
So I will be honest, man. I was late to the game with Reasonable Doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Jay-Z from Hawaiian Sophie. So I had the cassette single, the Jazzo cassette single, Hawaiian Sophie. Jay-Z's in the video. I think he may have been wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. Had a little Gumby fade. And so, like, I didn't really know a ton about Jay. I knew he was on that album. I knew that, on the Hawaiian Sophie record. But I was really late to the game with Reasonable Doubt. It just wasn't something that was kind of hitting where I was at as far as that point in my life. I was heavy West Coast at the time too, so like an East Coast album really had to be kind of in my sphere to really catch my attention. So it wasn't probably till later in '96 that I really picked this up and gave it a good listen. So I was a little late to the game on Jay. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it when you listened to it? Did you think it was going to be the classic that it is now? It's one of those albums that it's hands down a classic album, especially back in the day. You had to kind of listen to this. You're a rapper. You got to pay homage to this.
Yeah, and so I didn't initially. There's a couple albums that I've told you before that I just slept on. I either just wasn't hitting what I was at the time, or who I was at the time, and this was one of them. I told you before, like the first Machiavelli album, dude, I took it back. I didn't like it. It just wasn't what I was feeling at the time. But I also had enough time to correct some wrongs and really give it the listen. And I listened to it today, and I didn't give it the chance it deserved initially. So that's definitely one I can say I slept on big time.
I remember when I was. This is like the first album. I don't know. Maybe someone would correct me. I'm sure this is kind of like the first mafia album, inspired mafia album. Like this is some. Like the family shit. Yep. Like in my opinion, like this is kind of like I'm the Don. It's Don rap, and absolutely. I don't know if that's a thing, but I've always thought this is like Jay's really explaining the game. Not that I was ever involved in crack or anything, but this is the crack game that he was in at the time, and maybe he was, or he's telling tales from what he's been around all his life, or what his homies have been around all his life. Marcy Projects. Right. This started so much of what I love as a hip hop guy. I'm a big Jay-Z fan,
right.
And this is timeless. It's still, it really showcases it. It's still the test of time, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Listening to it this morning, and just the producers on this stuff, on these tracks, is amazing.
And I think too, because they had their beef and whatever, I think him and Nas will always be linked, and so their two debut albums are always compared to each other. Well, Illmatic was more of that youth. He was 19 years old, so it was that. Like street level view of everything going on, where Jay was a little bit older, and so like you said, he was more of a Don. It was more of where Nas may have been a street level kid, he may have been a little bit of a capo, and he was saying it from his perspective, and so you definitely heard that difference in the point of view when you were listening to this one, man.
And it starts off, man, with a skit, and it kind of lays the foundation of this whole. It's a cocaine anthem. It's a cocaine themed album, and it's Reasonable Doubt. It's Can't Knock the Hustle, and man, what a beautiful Sean C. Hit Boys or Hitmen. Hitmakers. Is it the Hitmaker? What the hell do they call them? No, I guess the Hitman. Is it?
Oh, maybe it was Hitman.
Yeah, I think the Hitman was that Bad Boy crew.
Hitmakers was Tone and Poke.
Okay.
Trackmasters. I'm sorry, Trackmasters.
No, you good. You good.
I'm all over the place.
And yeah, man, they introduced Jay-Z to the world with this. I think it reminds me of Scarface type of thing.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Carlito's Way type of stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
And Jay just comes on, man. This beat is beautiful. It's one of the best beats on this album.
And I always say Mary J is the female version of Nate Dogg. You throw Mary J on a hook, you got a banger.
And her hook is a landmark, dude. It's one of those you never forget. When this song plays too, bro, you just stop everything you're doing. And believe it or not, last night I was at the boxing gym, right? And I'm like, yo, who's playing this? And Joel's like, oh, I like Jay-Z. I'm like, bro, you're playing Reasonable Doubt, and I'm talking about this on my podcast tomorrow. And he was, and there's just like one of these songs of shit. You stop everything you're doing, like you gotta nod your head, and
it's like the perfect lead-off song for an album.
Man.
It's like the perfect introduction. Like you can listen to this song, and you pretty much know who Jay-Z is throughout his career. Like this song just encapsulates who he is. You got Mary, you got the smooth ass beat, which Jay has always. Like, the smoother the beat, the smoother Jay-Z's flow is going to be.
For sure.
Like, he is just all... Like, I'm not a big fan of Jay-Z when he does more up-tempo stuff, when he does more, like, harder stuff. You give him just a smooth, laid-back beat
with
and let Jay flow, a nice sample.
Man.
You got Mary on the hook. And I've always loved Jay will switch up his flows within a song. So I mean, but it's seamless. It's perfect, man.
No, this is one of the not. I can't. We always the perfect songs. This is one of these perfect
Yep.
songs, and
Yep.
he has so many one-liners, man. Like,
Oh yeah, Money Ain't a Thing is from here.
Yeah,
That was the first one that
100%,
popped
yeah.
up in my head.
bouncing in Lex Luthor, tire smokes like Buddha, 50 G's to the crapshoot, can't fade me, chrome stock beaming through my peripheral. I see you scheming, stop dreaming, I leave your body steaming. Just feeding, what's the meaning? I'm leaning on anything intervening with the sound of my money machining. Like those 6 bars, I'm like,
Yeah.
And Jay-Z was one of those guys too. I know, and you were a little bit more in tune with what he was doing with the Hawaii Sophie fame. The man was a rapid spitter.
Oh yeah, he was Bone Thugs type rapper.
And
Yeah.
to see him slow it down but still have that balance,
Yep.
you can see it. It's so easy for him to do it.
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
No, and that's why his pockets are so tight because he used to do it at whatever I don't know the BPMs and how that shit works.
Breakneck
but
speed.
But yeah, just I mean as fast as he could. He's doing the same thing now. He just has it slowed down to where you can understand it, and it's like, damn, he's really saying some shit. And I think too, what this first song kicks off and it shows, and I'll probably refer to Nas quite a bit because these dudes will always be linked. What separates Jay and Nas is Jay has always picked great beats.
For sure.
Always,
Yes.
Jay has focused on the beats, and he still has the flow to go with it. But his beats have always been just shit that marries perfect with his style.
And the words, man. He has one. We always talk about this with Snoop, with those rappers who could, the Raekwons of the world, who could talk, and really just talk and flow. And it's a flow. It's just they're just.
It's like
speaking.
conversational.
Yeah, dude. It's speaking. It's like you see that on this, man. Like, we do dirt like worms, produce G's like spurs to legs spread like germs. I got extensive hoes with expensive clothes, and I sip fine wines, bitch vintage flows. Like,
I've always wondered too if that style is because he doesn't write shit down, so it's all coming off the head. So maybe he slows it down, so he's really clear with the shit, and it just slows down to like a conversational type thing. But it's
when you will hear later on with Jazzo and those and even Memphis Bleak, dude, the way this is a Rakim influence flow. The way they're putting these words together too,
Absolutely.
like just the way everything is rhyming. It's like they're telling a story, but it's a nursery rhyme at the end of the day, dude. It's beautiful.
It's 2 rhymes within 4 bars.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 rhyme patterns within 4 bars, and it's, this word and then these 2 words and then this word goes with this. It's like a puzzle, man.
I felt like
crazy.
there was no line. There's no line on this album that's wasted. There isn't a throwaway line. Every rhyme is, like I said, it's a puzzle where Jay's just doing his thing, man. And it's
I've always said his style, his flow is intricate, meaning like there was so much detail involved, like where some dudes just kind of rhyme off the top of the head, and they're take like a Ghostface. Ghostface is just rhyming off the top of the head and saying what comes to mind and putting words together. Where Jay is not just the words together, not just the bars and the meter, but every word has to mean something. And yeah, it's crazy how he raps.
And it's became that line. You can't knock the hustles. Like, no matter how I'm going to get this money to feed my family, you can't knock it. And he's explaining that. Like, it's so many. It's just beautiful to see, man. What a great opening track.
Yep.
Next up, we have, it's my guy Ski Beats, man. Politics as usual.
Ski Beats, man, severely underrated. Like the classic joints that he's done that people don't realize, the shit he did with Camp Low, and just he's made some beats that once you hear, you're like, oh, he did that. Ski Beats, man.
I love the way when Jay comes into the song, you can like the way he kind of slows it down. You can catch him skating through your town, putting it down, y'all relating, and the way, like you said, he switched up that flow. And I'm hot like Satan. Like, it's just the way he's delivering it. I love the delivery on this song.
So this song, I noticed more than any of them that the pauses are like perfectly toned with the pauses of the song, and like the breaks in the song and his. Oh man, it's just like you can tell, man. Like, even though he's not writing shit down, like he breaks his rhymes down to such a unique pattern that most guys can't do it. Like, you just have to have a different sort of mind to see it, especially if you're not writing it down. You just have to see it come together.
And this is probably his deepest album in a weird way too. What he's saying here, I'm not saying money does change a lot of things, but if you listen to Dan, what's what the hell's the song with Kanye? What the hell's that album called? Watch the Throne.
Oh yeah.
So Watch the Throne, you know, maybe the Black Album a little bit because I think he had different problems back then. He had a different pressure.
Yeah.
I just felt like this. He was really letting his song cry in a weird way before the Blueprint came out. Like he was, like, if you listen to his lines, man, just what he's saying is just so crazy. Like,
well, and I think it was different back then when people were dropping a debut album because it was like, if this doesn't hit, you're done. Mm-hmm. Like there wasn't a ton of like, oh, you can flop the first album and get a second chance. Mm-hmm. So that's why there were so many great, you know, debut albums back in these times. You know, you got Wu-Tang's first album, Illmatic, this, Outkast's first album, Biggie's first album. Like all those are classic albums that came out because these guys there was so much competition and there was so much money involved with the record labels. You couldn't afford to flop in the first one. Mm-hmm. You know, you had to bring it, and these dudes did.
Like first impressions are everything. There is no time for when I could get a restart. It has to, and I'm sure. Like, and if you hear Dame, and this is the Dame before Dame went. Dame, like he's doing now. the amount of sacrifice his whole team made to make this album, they put everything behind this album and this man, and they knew that with his words and his connections too, because we see the Biggie connection here too. Man, it's just he knew he was nice. He was nice with the flow. He's nice with the words, and just love what he's saying, man. Just a very business. It's like he's really teaching you business too in a weird way. Oh yeah. With the words he's saying, man. There's a message in this song, and I love it.
Yeah, man. Just you know, and I'll say it a few times through here. When it's a slowed down beat, that's when Jay-Z's at his finest. Yeah. That's when Jay-Z just and you can hear everything really clear, and he's because of his voice, he's got that deeper baritone voice. Mm-hmm. Like everything comes out so clear and crisp, and he slows it down. It's Politics as Usual, another one of those managers. It hits.
And that verse 3, dude, I know you're going to get tired of it, but you feel my triumph never, feel my pain, I'm laying low in the leathers, I'm the best that's ever came, the game changes like my mind just ain't right, rewind, get this dough, I guess it ain't your night, sucking me like a vacuum, I remember, tell my family we'll be back soon, that was December. Dude, it's just the bounce. It's the bounce that he has. And it's very, very, it's not an easy thing to do, and he made it look so easy, man. It's so fucking easy. I love it. And that was Politics as Usual. The next song on this classic, Brooklyn's Finest, Clark Kent in the building. Man, we'll talk about
Clark Kent.
The what? Oh yeah, rest in peace, Clark Kent, dude. Rest in peace, Big. What up? When we talk about great collabos and great, but not just like us, we are a great collab.
Yeah, but we can be Jay and Biggie if you want.
We are the podcast world 100%. This is
I thought we were more like the podcast Cheech and Chong or something like that. We
can't. That's still a great duo. They still made a mark.
Yeah, they did.
Man, this back and forth is kind of ahead of its time. Damn, they were good.
Damn, yeah. I mean, just bar for bar. But it's funny because ahead of its time, but it still had that old school feel, like the bouncing back and forth off of each other. Like the Channing style hook that was very like 1980s, house party type shit.
And Doug, I can't remember many collabos like this either. Like everything's revolving around a hook.
Yep.
With him and M when they did Renegade. When Tupac does two of America's Most Wanted with Snoop. This feels like we're going against each other bar for bar. This isn't a song that you can put on and dance to. This is a song we could, go do a drive-by to. This is a song where if you were a hip-hop head, you were rapping with us, and you just see like two boxers in the ring, bro. And it's, man, and I don't know, I'm sure we didn't know what Jay-Z was going to be at the time this dropped, but man, now that we know, it's like, man, talk about getting to see Tyson and Ali in their prime, dude.
And that's the thing with these first albums, like, there wasn't the, back in those days, there wasn't like the social media to where you get instant reaction. Mm-hmm. You had to wait 3-4 months to know if this was a hit or not.
Yeah,
they had to wait. They were manually counting up record sales and shit back in those days. It wasn't like instant gratification where you could check and know how many streams and how many downloads right off the bat. So, like when you say they didn't know what Jay-Z was going to be, it really wasn't. It was like it had to gain some sort of, had to get on a roll, and it had to be known. And part of it too is he didn't have like big time radio joints on him.
Honestly, not till Big passed away.
Yeah, so it wasn't like this album was featured on Yo MTV Raps and shit because it had a video to go with it. So So yeah, it wasn't. We didn't know that it was Jay and Biggie at the time.
If this
You know
song
what I
dropped
mean?
right now and Big was still alive, it would have a whole different impact.
Absolutely.
And that's crazy because this song it has a fucking impact to
Yes.
this day now. So it's crazy to think about how much bigger it can be when it's just as big. And when Big says fuck fists fights and lame scuffles, put a case to your face, make your shell muffle, shoot your daughter in the calf muscle.
Ooh.
Like he's like, dude, no, I want to do this. Dude, I want to outshine you on your own shit.
Yeah, this is like your favorite rapper's favorite song type shit. Like it's just dudes rapping.
Yeah,
You know?
it's Jay-Z really they go back and forth. I don't think they have a hook on this thing, dude. It just
No, and the hook just kind of plays in the background of the song for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they do me and Jay. What is it?
Me and Jay-Z, oh yeah, Rip Your Jaws, Brooklyn, hold it, and they rep just Brooklyn.
But it's just real quick, and then it kind of almost, I don't want to say it repeats, but it's kind of echoing in the background as they rap too. So, yeah, just bar for bar with Biggie, like for a dude who was, for all intents and purposes, kind of unknown at the time, to step in the booth with the big dog and hold his own.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's we get the Tupacs.
Yep, the two pops.
Like, yeah, man. No, Mr. Nice Guy, twist with you, the fuck with your pistols blazing, hot like Cajun. Like, I've always loved that back and forth with them, and harder than holding work at the days in. With the New York plates outside, get up out of here, fuck the ride. Man, Biggie's just so good.
Yeah. No, he's, and
he's so good, dude.
Those dudes challenge each other. It was like, I want to be better, and it wasn't like I want to be better because I want to put you out the game. I want to be better because competition is what builds greatness, And they stepped in the booth and was like, all right, who's going to do this better? There was so much of that back at that time. You got all those posse cuts back in the days where, you had your LL and Cannabis where it was like, nah, you're not going to kill me on my own song. You're not going to, talk shit on my own song. I'm going to go out and fucking kill you.
This is, man, we're going to have to get off track, but if this ever disappeared, turned to a time bomb, you don't want to bar that. You want to analyze. You want to make me mad. You want to socialize. Ooh, man, those are just legendary bars. These are legendary bars that,
on those quick asides, I know most people think of LL now and they see an older dude, they see a dude who was doing movies and stuff. I don't know if anybody did battle rap better than LL. Anybody who came at LL killed him.
He has a flow that's great, like a unique flow people don't understand.
Killed him.
If you really broke down how he delivers his music when he's on, and I'm nothing wrong with Headsprung. I play that shit all the time. Or the song, the love songs. What's that?
I Need Love.
No, if you listen to the Definition.
Yes.
He just got nominated for another Grammy today for a reason.
He really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I think it was Chance, Freddie Gibbs, Lil Wayne, which don't even get me started with Car 6. But then maybe it's just not for us.
Right.
And I love Cool J, bro.
Interesting.
And,
it's a good mix right there.
Yeah, but
that's a good mix. You got some really pretty shit with Freddie.
And I know I'm missing a few too, but I wasn't actually asking for maybe do some bonus kind of who wins that, because there's been a lot of good music, And,
dude, this has been a great year for music. If you go back and look at the shit that's dropped, the Clips album is some classic type shit. Yeah. You had
we even got a Missionary album, which I know kind of came and gone, but I waited forever for a Dre produced Snoop album, and we got it. We got Freddie Gibbs, man, Alfredo too.
Yeah, Alfredo,
the way
that new Chance is crazy.
Is it?
It's so good, dude. It's so good. And then you even got like underground shit like New Jewels. Yeah. Joel Ortiz.
Yeah.
You had the Locksmith and Heatmakers album, which is crazy good. New Atmosphere a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's
so much good music, man.
It's Slug don't ever stop with the rhymes, and it's just regular dad. He's an old dad now, bro. He just doing dad shit. Yeah. It's so cool to see.
Talking about taking his kids to school and shit.
Did you see that Grateful? He made a song. It's called Grateful or something like that. But he's a preacher in the church. So unique, but so like, damn, that's clever. It's crazy. But yeah, man. So there's 12 verses on this damn back and forth, and man, who would you say had the better verses?
Oh man, I think just because he was still a little more seasoned, I'd have to go with Big. But I mean, it's not like Renegade.
Yeah.
Where Em just comes in and kills him on his own shit. Yeah. Like it's Jay-Z holds his own for sure.
Hey, man, me and Gutter had 2 spots, the 2 for $5 hits, the blue tops, gotta go, Coolio. Me and Gideon's getting too hot. If Faith had 2 twins, should probably have 2 Pocs.
Get it?
2 Pocs. Damn. Talk about shit on your girl, too, man.
Right?
That guy's a beast. One of the, man, love the whole Brooklyn connection there. And just to get and this is back when you had to kind of low-key have a good cosign.
Yes.
Biggie co-signed him with this song. Like, this guy is good enough to go on a back and forth with me. And we pay homage to our borough. We pay homage to each other, but it's a dogfight.
Right. And then as the album goes on, you see Jay doing the same thing for his people.
Yes.
You know, he's got Bleak on later. He's got Sauce Money on later.
Foxy Brown. In the time when I know I was going to bring this later on, but in the time where everybody had a female MC in the fold.
Absolutely.
You know, Snoop had Lady Rage.
Yep.
You know,
no, everybody had one. You had Cam. You had Foxy. You had Rod Digger.
Yeah, but everybody had a female companion. Remy Ma.
Remy.
Yeah. So next up we have Dead Presidents 2. Ski Beats Again comes with a classic beat.
The sample, the Nas sample, just is referenced in all their beefs.
You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
To me, this is Jay's "Life's a Bitch." Mm-hmm. This is Jay's I don't know if there'll ever be a song that's better or more important to what Jay has done. Like, this song is like the perfect accompaniment to his voice. Like, the beat is perfect for his voice. The tone and everything. Fire, this song. It's just ridiculous.
It's like, who wanna bet us that we don't touch letters, stack chests forever, live treacherous, all the et ceteras. To the death of us, me and my confidants, we shine. You feel the ambience, y'all can just rhyme. By the ounce, dough accumulates like snow. We just don't shine, we eliminate the whole show. This is that Rakim flow.
Yep.
Everything, but it's just on a different level. It's an evolution of that sound, and I didn't really understand that when I was a kid. I just thought, this is just Jay, but you see where it came from. It's like, it's just kind of like with basketball, bro. So many things are done in the 80s, and here comes Jordan and Kobe just taking it to another level, and this is what it is, man.
And that's why, I think that's why, as a hip-hop fan, this very simplistic rap that is hot now, like the stadium rap and stuff like that, where lyrics are pretty much secondary if you can understand them at all. To me, it's always supposed to be evolving, and it has, with a lot of rappers out there who spit.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't get me wrong. But the shit that's hot is shit that's not necessarily creative when it comes to lyrics. And that, for me, it kind of bothers me. But like I always say, that shit's not meant for me. Like, I get it. Travis Scott is huge. I mean, crazy big, beyond rapper big. He's fucking, worldwide star big. But he's not spitting. I've never heard him say anything where I was like, damn, I got to rewind and catch what he just said. He has a fan base that's loyal. He has a sound that people love, but it's not traditional hip hop.
Because we're not going to be at these damn festivals. He's a festival rapper, which is cool. Yeah, no, exactly.
I ain't trying to get stomped out.
He has his style, and he has his formula, and he has that.
And more power to him.
Yeah,
he's making it big off of that shit. It's just, like we said earlier, it's not for me.
100%. No, I agree, man. And this, you just hear the hunger and Jay, man. Just,
yes.
3 shots close range never touched me. Divine intervention can't stop by from drinking my ties with tie down Nevada. Papa. I dabbled in crazy weight. Without rapper, I was crazy straight. Partner, I'm still spending money from '88. What a fucking classic line.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, I do this rap stuff for fun. And
yes,
I have this life that I'm living, but I'm trying to get out the game.
Yep.
And that was just the first verse.
And that's just, that's kind of the theme to this whole thing is I know the street game. I'm trying to get past it, but I'm not quite out yet.
Yeah,
I'm not all the way out yet, and I'm hoping this is the vehicle that gets me all the way out. And you can hear that. You hear that hunger in his voice. I want more.
And this is one of the most perfect songs you hear on this. Yep. This, man, and when you look at the track list, bro, the first 4 songs, which is gonna probably be the first 7, 8. There isn't a bad song on this. It's so far, and these are things you could you study rap. You could study these songs, be like, damn, this is how you flow. This is how you put words together.
Yes.
Really peculiar with the words too. Every word matters and it fits, and it just makes so much sense what he's doing.
And like I said earlier, Jay is the best at picking beats that fit his style.
Yeah, man, no, 1,000%.
I don't know if there's anybody better than him at that.
And it's beautiful. This is one of my favorite ones, man. And the next one too, feeling it. One of those ski beats, 3 straight songs,
Damn.
3 straight bangers.
3 bangers.
And the sample on this is, I don't even think it's a sample. I think
it's just a piano lick and Mecca singing. But yeah, that piano lick that ski beats hits him with is just, it's so clean, it's crisp. The tings of the piano, it's like a feel good song almost.
Yeah, man, this is I keep it really the most. I know you're feeling it. Crystals on ice, I like the toast. I keep on spilling it. Bone crushers, I keep it close. I got the skill for this. By my back, the fire's close, looking ill as shit. Like, God, man, I was listening to that today. Like, how do we not break down these lines? Because these lines will make the song. Because, like you said, with Illmatic, the beats take a step back.
Right.
Even though they're dope beats, the voice really what brings this beat out.
Yes.
And Jay just.
And this is like Jay, where there's some songs like Dead Presidents where it's talking about like kind of the hustle, and where this is all the nice shit I get from that hustle.
Yeah, man.
And he's kind of feeling himself and talking about how fly he is.
It's like I made it. I'm just showing y'all I made it, and just giving y'all the game of how you can make it too. And it's it's beautiful, man.
And this one in my notes, and we talked about it already, but the way, because he was such a fast rapper and he slows down and stays in a pocket though, it's so clean.
Yeah,
it's just such a clean fucking rap.
Yeah, no, this whole thing is clean, bro. I think every verse, again, every line, man, just.
Yeah, you're not. There's rap that you listen to and you're like, I don't know everything he just said. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna catch that with many J albums.
No, not at all.
Like not many J songs. You're like, yeah, I didn't really understand what he said. No, like every word is crisp and clear.
And it's just I guess we're gonna go back to this so many times. Just the way the puzzle that he fits together with this stuff, and it's just crazy how it's special. He's a special rapper. We cannot. These guys make you feel what they're saying, and you could paint the picture of what he's saying. I ain't never been to 95 South and Poppy on the Hill or Cambridge, but you could kind of visualize what he's saying. Very Wu-Tang-esque,
Yes.
And
they're painting pictures. Was it paint a picture with words? Man?
Yeah, man. This is one of my favorite songs on here too, and I get to zoning. Me and the chick going to islands and we're boning. I feel my mind sometimes. I hear myself moaning and take one toke and I leave it the weed alone, man. It got me going. Like
that's 5 straight bars in one pocket.
Yeah,
crazy.
No, and there's so many more. I'm sure we're just going over, but no, it's a beautiful. And then I'm feeling it. Fill the glass up to the top of Moet. Like.
Yes,
this is
living that life, enjoying enjoying the spoils of life.
You see what Rick Ross was imitating for a long time. This is where it was at, dude.
This definitely took what Nas was doing on that street shit, and this was like the next evolution of like he moved up a rank. Yeah. You know what I mean? And this is where Jay was at this point.
That tax bracket's a little higher.
Yeah.
Same problem. Same. We're still in the hood, but we got a little bit more steady. Yeah. You're young. You're 19, trying to make it. I'm 26. I've been through that shit, and now I got another hustle. This is my new path. I picked this up, and
it's funny because in their albums, you can see them always hitting that next level. Mm-hmm. And it's fucking beautiful, man.
I remember when I was like 15, 16 years old, and Devils came on, and I was like, what the fuck have I been at? Because this is one of my favorite, and the Premier's on the damn beat too.
Primo and Jay.
Yeah, and you got a Snoop sample with the Prodigy too. The shit is wicked on these mean streets. None of my friends speak raw, trying to win, but then again, maybe it's for the best though. Because when they sing too much, they're trying to get you touched. Like, talk about the game. Like, telling you about your boys. Like, when they talk too much and they ask too many questions, they want something from you.
And then the way he flips it to where he takes those street evils and then talks about the evils of the hip hop game and record deals and all that shit, and how it's just a new set of evils that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful, man.
Hey, man, I never pray to God. I pray to God. That's right. It's wicked. That's the life I live it. Ain't asking for forgiveness for my sins. Ends. I break bed with the late heads. Like, oh my God, picking their brains for angles on the evils the game do. It gets dangerous. Money and power is changing us.
Ooh.
Like, what the? This is. I was so like. I'm so glad I was a little older. Like, Reasonable Doubt, you gave me this when I was a little younger, just a little bit over my head.
Right.
But once I got older and really, like, damn, this month, it gets me hyped, dude. This is one of those songs that really get me hyped. This is a very, very, very beautiful song.
And I think, too, like, talk about him being 26, and you hear it in a song like this, where, you know, it's not just about, like, proving yourself. Like, he realizes all the pitfalls, all the fucking, you know, the struggles he's going to have, even in progressing in his life and becoming this bigger figure. He's like, I'm still going to have struggles. There's going to be different types of struggles.
And he's really talking about...
It's a different type of maturity.
Like, even growing apart from your homies. Like, we used to fight for building blocks. Now we fight for blocks with buildings that make a killing. The closest friends when we started, but grew apart as the money grew, and soon grew black-hearted. Like, you know... and there's a line in here too.
It's just like, more money, more problems in a different way.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, and I think he said on the previous song too. You know, the dollars what changes us. It's the money that changes us. And yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah. It's one of these, and just to hear Snoop on this is pretty fucking cool, bro.
Dear God,
it's beautiful, man. And let me see here. Let me see another line that I wanted to get me on the count a little bit, maybe down. That shower start screaming, you know, the devil said this to die. Even if Jehovah Witness, I bet he'll never testify. Like,
Jehovah.
Yeah, dude. One of these premiere and on this thing is so crazy. This is straight premiere beat, bro. And
this is a time where, you know, these dudes making their first albums had all the hot producers wanting to get on their shit.
Because they're fucking hungry too.
Yes.
Premier had, I know he had, he was with Guru, I know, and they had a Gangstar. I know they had all that, but damn, dude, he wanted to be on, man, Premier's on Reasonable Doubt, Ready to Die, and fucking Illmatic. Like, I don't know if he's on any. Is he on Return of the 36? I don't think so.
No, that's all RZA.
Yeah, dude, I figured that. Like, he's on everything.
No,
Premier knew, like, I want to be that. I don't know if he wanted to be the Dre of the West Coast, but he wanted to show, like, you got to go. If you got some hot shit, it got to come from me. You got to kill my shit if you want to be that guy.
And you got to remember, too, going into the early 90s, most albums, hip-hop albums, were produced by one producer.
Yeah, for sure.
It was like, Rick Rubin did all of this. You know, again, whoever did, MC Search did all of this. You know, those dudes did. So when a dude like Primo starts stepping out and starts doing shit with other people, and people start realizing, like, oh shit, like these dudes can produce for anybody. That was a big turning point in the game, man, because there wasn't a lot of like, oh, I'm going to produce for 5 different people. It was like, this is my dude, and I'm producing for him.
On Drink Champs, that's what Dre said. Dre was like, I was always under the assumption that your album's produced by one guy.
Yeah.
It was not 6 guys like it is now, which is cool, but I came up in the era where it had to be one guy. Yes. We're doing this shit 3 weeks locked in, and we're knocking them out. It's crazy. I wish it was like that still, and we have the atmospheres, and we have a lot of the guys. There's still a lot of that, but
and then you get like, you know, you get your Pete Rock will do a whole album with Common.
God,
you know,
a great album too.
You know, Merce and Ninth Wonder did like 5 albums together.
Yeah,
you know, so you can, you know, it still happens quite a bit. The new Locksmith is all done by Heatmakers.
Yeah.
But you also, you know, I think too that kind of gives. It makes it too easy to pigeonhole people too into one sound.
Yeah, I think that's what they're scared of too.
Yeah, so but if you move it around and you get a bunch of dudes on there, you get a bunch of different sounds, but they still make a cohesive album. It's talent, man.
What did we end up at? 24. Okay, we have 6 more minutes we'll knock this out. 22 twos. Little different from. Right. It's still a little different.
Yep.
But you know, Can I Kick It is that kind of. I don't know if he wants to have like a represent type of thing going on, but. You know, he started out with too much West Coast dick licking, too much on a mission trying to do your best Jay-Z rendition. He's spinning. This is a battle rap.
Battle rap. My only thing with this song is that I've never like Tough Guy Jay just doesn't click for me. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know the dude personally. He probably could whoop my ass. I don't know. Yeah. But like Tough Guy Jay just never, and maybe that's just not the style I'm looking for from him, especially in this era when you had dudes like MOP, DMX, dude who were super aggressive. And then you had like, oh, I'm the fly player shit, but I'm going to try to talk tough.
Yeah, for sure.
nonetheless, he's spitting.
Yeah,
like that first couple bars.
Yeah,
damn.
because that's what it was at the time too.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be that West Coast sound, and everybody wanted you gotta have the Ice Cube verse, the Dre verse, or you gotta have Snoop on. If you're not doing what they're doing, it's whack. Like, no, dude, we're doing East Coast shit here,
Right.
and you guys are all dick. Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah.
You guys are riding the West Coast rappers, and it's a battle rap. That's kind of this is what we do at Marcy. This is kind of what we hold down. Wasn't my favorite song on here.
Yeah.
But again, we've talked about this. There's not many albums that we talk about have a perfect track list.
Right. And I think we say this too, like, if this is the worst album or worst song in the album, this is probably the best song on most people's albums. So, when you set a high bar, like when something comes in under that bar, it's not whack. It's just not to that next level.
And the concept of 22 twos, it's like
the concept is dope.
Too many rough motherfuckers. I guess my shit, he's saying two every time. Yep. And I'm not gonna go line for line. There's too many twos in there for me to do that too.
22 twos?
Yeah, there's 22 twos in here, bro. Like he's saying, it's amazing how you could think about that. And
no, the concept is cool.
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
creativity is cool. Especially in that time of hip hop, like creativity, like doing something outside the box wasn't done a ton.
Yeah, for
so yeah, it's cool. It's just not my favorite Jay-Z tone.
Yeah, not my favorite Jay-Z song on here as well. But man, Irv Gotti, man, rest in peace, because he came with the motherfucking banger.
Yeah.
Can I Live?
Dude, this is a hell of a way to bounce back.
Yeah, man, this is a beautiful, beautiful.
The Isaac Hayes sample, man, is it's a beautiful song to begin with. The Look of Love, but the way Gotti flips it, Jay spits.
This is one of those songs. I think that it's just the game, bro. Like this is he's shouting out Rockefeller's all over this thing. He's shouting out his clique, and while I'm watching me closely, my shit is better for the bread. They want to toast me. I keep my head both of them where they supposed to be. Hoes get you sidetracked and slapped and clapping from close feet. I don't sleep. I'm tired. I feel wired like codeine these days. A brother gotta admire me from 4 fiends away. Like this is game, dude. Just like the grind to make it, the struggle to make it. This is. The way he's, man, I wish we could listen to his song, but the way he says this stuff is the architect of, this is how you rap.
What I think was cool too is that at this time, all these dudes were all trying to come up. So you had Irv Gotti working with him. You had Dame. They were all cool with each other because they were all in the same position, just trying to come up. And then they all got successful and they all hated each other by the end of it. But like that come up and seeing them all working together, because then you had, I always remember the double XL cover when it was Jay, DMX, and Ja Rule. Yeah, and then you flip to the back and they had the weapons hidden behind their back. Like, that was a cool time, man. And then shortly after that, everybody hates each other.
Sure. Money, dude.
Money, ego. Everybody's fighting for their spot in the game. But at that time, dude, when everybody's trying to come up and they're all kind of supporting each other, it's really fucking dope.
And, dude, like, I've always... at the bar game, I thug on properly. Me and my squad have lack the respect for authority. The way he says for authority, that young Jay was on a different level, bro. And we don't get this again. Like this is next up is Volume 1. He's getting those bad boy beats, those fucking those shiny suit beats, and the Volume 2. And then he goes into the Blueprint, which opened a whole different world, and which is great. But that lack of he'll never.
Yeah, there was nothing this street. There was never anything this
the way
gritty.
It sounds, the way it was recorded, it wasn't the cleanest either.
No, it was gritty.
Laughing hard, happy to escape poverty. However brief, I know this game got valleys and peaks. Expectation for dips, for precipitation, we stack chips. Like,
I've said it a couple times already. This type of Jay-Z is when he's at his best. This is when he fucking sets himself apart from just about everybody else in the game.
Hey, man, when he gets pulled over for getting all ever new convenient amnesia, I suggest you call my lawyer. I know the procedure. Lock my body, can't trap my mind. Easily explain why we adapt to crime. I'd rather die enormous than live dormant. That's how we do it. Like,
and we talk about Nas and his very simplistic storytelling, where Jay is putting so much information into a couple bars to describe this scenario. Very Biggie-like. Biggie did very well too, but I've always liked Jay's voice way more than I like Biggie's.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just his voice. Not saying his style or anything. Just his voice to me is... Nas is cool. Nas has that cool voice, where Jay has that like almost in not like in how he says it or anything, but almost like nerdy in a like clear, almost in a nerdy way, where he enunciates everything so well that like you pick up everything. But it's one of my favorites, man. As far as East Coast hip hop, like he's one of my favorite voices to hear.
And the beat on this thing too, man, it's so beautiful.
Love it.
This is it's like when God said, "I'm gonna make wherever God gave Ski beats, it was meant to be to have Jay on this stuff."
He was in a zone with this album, Ski Beats, that just, and it's funny because he's probably like the least known producer on the whole album.
And so many people have rapped over this beat too, bro. Like, this is the beat that so many people, when they dropped freestyles back in the day on Dat Piff, everybody had a "Can I Live" freestyle. It's like, this is when we know you can rap. What words can you put together to show you belong in the game? Because this is what Hov did to this beat. You got to demolish it.
Yeah, but it is crazy that he is probably the least known producer.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Wow.
Because you got Ski, man. Ski did he did 5 beats out of this.
Wow.
He did 4 beats out of the 15.
And then you had your Primos, you had your, Clark Kent's,
For sure. And Ski had, oh, sorry about that. I can't hear you. Hold on. Ski had probably the most important songs on here too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ski does Politics as Usual. He does Dead Presidents, Feeling It. Now he's doing, actually Can't Live is, why are they saying Ski did this? Hold on, I'm so confused. This is Irv. Sorry, I thought this was Ski.
Oh.
But still the
so it's like great beat.
The contribution to this shit is the 22 twos. He did 22 twos.
Doesn't take anything away from what Ski did, but Irv flipped this one right.
Yeah, no, shout out to Irv Gotti, man. And we all know Irv Gotti from these crazy rants he did back before he passed away. Like, no, Irv Gotti was really on his shit, man.
Yeah, Ashanti did something to Irv that
I hope we never get. Glad we never got to experience that.
Man, well, Ashanti. Yeah, and if you look at it, you can probably see why. But
rest in peace, Irv Gotti.
She killed that man.
All right, G. Now we're back, and man, we got Ain't No, produced by Big Jazz, and this is probably the most This is the most radio attempt that we have on this one.
And this was like Jay had the formula already.
Yes, for sure.
He had the formula. You see it in every album where there's at least one of these songs. Didn't get a ton of radio play, but definitely was the most radio-ready song.
Yes, for sure.
Big Jazz, and it may have gotten radio play in New York. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I would imagine probably, but like as far as like national play videos and MTV and all that shit, didn't get a ton. But he had a formula. He stuck with it his entire career, and this was part of it, man. Having that one joint that you could throw on at the club, that you could throw on at a party, and it's very recognizable. Very the sample is very familiar.
Like the one I got.
It's very familiar. And he had Fox doing her thing.
And this is the time when all the rappers had their female rapper in their clique, and she was, man, dude, I didn't know. I always want to call her, but what? I know her real name. They call her
Ingrid.
Ingrid
or Inga. I think it's Ingrid.
Yeah. She was like only 15, 16, 17 when she did this.
Yeah.
And she was spinning. Dude,
oh, yeah.
She was, now that I'm hearing a kid rap this shit, it's like, damn, you were rapping that shit?
Right.
But you know what? She was rapping. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. And
I think at that time, too, like you had your Fox and your Kim who didn't get the credit for their lyrical abilities because they were, you had to sell the sex at the time, and they said some wild shit, but like they could rap. Like if you listen to Fox's flow in this song, she is spitting.
Yeah, man.
And she had songs where she spit. She had songs where it was a little more over the top. Some shit that probably inspired Cardi B. But she could rap.
Yeah, man.
These girls could rap.
Just keep me lacing the illest nicks, bang roses, shit back rubs, and from French toes, macking this bitch wifey. When you flip that coke, remember the days you was dead broke. Like, this is I loved it. Well, I say it's my favorite song on my rotation. No, but I respect what it was because we have the intro Foxy. We have Jazzo, who's really, him and Jay. This is kind of like what they were doing in the '89.
No, this is very,
very similar to what they were doing.
This could have been on the B side of Hawaiian Sophie
for sure. And Jay has a cool verse on here too. He's not gonna make me dance to it, but he has some cool lines on here. And
now, even when he made like radio friendly songs and club songs, he was still spitting all the time.
Yeah,
he's never Nas. It's kind of like Nas too. Nas was never really good at making those songs, but when he did, he was still spitting. Like he never the music never or the lyrics never really got dumbed down as far as the flow and stuff.
For sure. No, I love it. Do you have anything else to say about it? Because I'm kind of like,
No. I mean, it is what it is. It's a song that had to be there, you know. And it's not. I won't necessarily skip it, but it's not the song I'm looking forward to either.
Next one's why I think this song is probably the most underrated song on the album. Believe it or not, Friend or Foe.
This is my least favorite song.
Damn, you didn't like this one? I thought it was so underrated.
It's the beat is awful.
I can
Those
see that.
horns just get so repetitive, man. And this is Primo, right?
Yeah, 100%
So
Primo.
shocked, you know, that I dislike a Primo beat this much. But like I said, in every J song he's gonna spit. But yeah, it's not my favorite song. The beat just wore on me.
Let me see. There was what the hell's the line on here? There was a line I was like, man, this is really let me see, draw a big also. But it's underrated, but it's only 120 seconds or only a minute long, you know?
It's super short.
And that's why I was so shocked. But I'm like, what the hell is this? But this is what underrated, because people forget about this. I thought he said some decent lines on here, bro. That's why I call it so underrated, in my opinion. But it's but no, I just love the Primo and Jay. They're so young and so hungry, and just listen to it. It's like, man, this is something that people don't really mention this song. Maybe because he said that they don't like the beat. Well, I can see that too.
But that's what makes this shit beautiful. That, you know, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's bad. You know, he enjoys it, so that's really cool. You know what I mean? Like, you know. I don't think less of you because you like the song. I hope you don't think less of me because I don't like it. So, all right, as long as we're on that same page. But no, and that's, you know, man, flavors for everybody in this game, guys. Flavors for everybody.
And the next song, man, was a flavor because, man, this is the ultimate, like, I'm introducing my young bull to the game. And, yeah, dude, this is Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak, and this is kind of like Jay introducing the world of Memphis, bro. I mean,
who did this beat?
Clark Kent.
The drums and this beat. Oh my God!
So this is kind of stadium music before stadium music was stadium music.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it's not like big anthem music, but it's like you could hear this playing like as the Knicks are dribbling the ball up court. Those drums, God. You know what I mean? Like the drums in this.
Yeah.
And just like a repetitive it's crazy, these drums.
And nobody want to be like Michael Wong come from just bounce from a gun. We out here trying to make it hard white to cold green. Like nobody that's so true. Like nobody want to be Michael and Marcy in the hood. Like no, we're trying to make this money.
Yep.
And I'm thinking Michael, I don't know if it's Michael Jackson.
It could be any
I thought it was Michael Jackson.
It could be Mike Jack. Could be Mike Jordan.
Could be what Genius says.
Could be Mike Tyson. Who knows?
Oh, it could have been. Oh, it could be all three of them.
It could be all three.
It could be all
whoever
three.
You want it to be.
That's crazy. I always assumed it was Michael Jackson for some weird reason. I don't know why.
And see, I heard it immediately, thought Jordan, but that's just the first Michael that comes to my mind. So.
And then this thing says it could be all three. Yeah.
Nice. It's up to you to determine who you want.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But what was really cool, you know, we talked about putting his boys on, and there was a time where Bleak had a time.
Bleak had a time. 534 is my shit.
He had a time, man, where his shit was, you know, he had 2 back-to-back albums that were really good, man. His first 2 albums were really good, and having Jay co-sign you, man, that, you know, and that at that time when you got the co-sign, you got his producers. You got all the dudes that worked with him were doing favors and working with you, and brought that dude up. Man.
And bro, you hear the young raw Memphis Bleak in the song. This is not what we heard in 534 like that.
No.
You know, those later projects. This is a very raw kid. You know, I'm out here slinging, bringing the drama, trying to come up in the game and add a couple dollar signs to my name. I'm out here disturbing the peace. Life could be better like a man reclining plush leather seats. Like he's so he's locked in though, bro. Like these lines
hungry.
He says, he's so hungry, man. The beat though, man. Like I said, it's a New York anthem, man.
Oh yeah,
I love it, and Jay just puts them on, bro. And I just never another song I didn't appreciate till I got older, and because you get stuck in the first 10 songs.
Oh yeah,
and
that's easy to.
It's so easy, yeah.
You know, and you know. It wasn't quite like when you had an LP where you just had to listen to the whole album because you couldn't just skip.
Yeah,
you know, CDs you could skip through, but a lot of times, you know, you just threw it on in the car and you just let it ride as you were driving around. So, like, getting through those first 10 songs, you may reach your destination and never get to those last couple, you know.
Call me crazy, though, bro. I always thought now, especially I listened to it last week. This collab could be up there with Brooklyn's finest.
Wow.
Yes, because Memphis, bro, with what they were establishing with "This Is My Little Guy," and Memphis just spits, I think Memphis just goes at it, and I'm not saying it's a better song, but
I hear you though.
it's a collab, and it's like this collab is just as good as being in their own way because they're doing something different and they're going back and forth, and they're from the same hood, same projects, and this is like their moment. Like this is like their first intro to the world. It was special to them.
Well, and I think too, listening to it now, you know what it became. So it does come off different. You do hear it in a different way because you're like, damn, this was the jump off for these two dudes who pretty much, you throw Beans in there too, and they carried the rock.
Like, I like your style. No, I like your style.
Yeah.
Like, that's some fun shit.
Like that, they carried the rock, but it started with this collab right here. Like, this is the beginning of that group of the rock.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is up there, man. It just the beat kind of, that's what kind of gives me the, not saying it's better than Brooklyn's Fun, because the beat's there, that's fire too, but just, it could be neck and neck if you really break it down, and it's an actual song too, And
I think too, what I liked about the beat is Clark Kent is one of those, like, Clark Kent was doing his shit in the 80s, in the late 80s. And so he was almost that bridge from that old school sound to these new school dudes. Mm-hmm. So he was making these new school beats, but they had that old, gritty New York vibe to them, and that kind of, it was that boom bap, but he had these kind of more up-tempo drums and things. And it was just, the horns.
God, it's so beautiful.
And it was a quintessential New York song. Man.
Yeah. No, and just saying, like, the only thing we got in this world is my word and my nuts. I don't break it from nobody. I like your resume. Pick a date. Start from now to till death do us part. And it's like, we together forever, my guy. And I kind of appreciate that. It's and especially in this time where competition is everything, we put it on the homies because we got to keep this ball rolling. He's taking a risk putting this young kid on the track too, and this isn't Memphis's only feature on this album, Right. So,
but that's also, Jay had that business mind already. Mm-hmm. He knew he was laying the foundation for a much bigger thing with the record label. Mm-hmm. He couldn't make every album. Mm-hmm. He had to have people who could rock with him. So that's where he had Memph. And you brought on your Beans, and you brought on your Freeways, and you had Sauce Money, who was, a ghostwriter writing a lot of stuff for people. Mm-hmm. He was building a foundation with this song.
Next song is produced by Clark Kent as well. Cashmere Thoughts. What are your thoughts on Cashmere Thoughts? Well, I'm very, very interested.
I wrote one word: filler.
This is okay.
That was, and not like, oh, it sucks. It's just.
It's a filler.
It's filler, but it's when you're coming off of a song like, you come with Ain't No, You Cannot Live. You have all these songs, and then it's like, okay, here's this bar, and it comes in a little under the bar. Not bad, just.
It's another short song too. That's why I wanted your thoughts on it, because there's some bars on here too, man. But it felt incomplete in a weird way.
Yeah,
I always felt they sounded a little incomplete, but
and I wonder too, like back at those times where they had to have a certain number of songs. You have to have 12 tracks for it to be a complete album. And there were times where it's like, fuck, we got 10 that we really like. Let's throw these last two together real quick and call it a day.
And I've always been life so short, so play hard and stick hard. The only time you love when you're hard, like that's a player shit. I was like, okay, I like that type of stuff. Like, I'm a West Coast guy, so like this whole ain't no fun. We don't love these hoes, This is kind of like, we on some player shit. I'm always into that shit.
And I'm gonna say it over again, man. Like, if just because it's not a great song on this album doesn't mean it's not a good song.
Yeah, for sure.
Just it's just not to the level of the other stuff, in my opinion.
100%. No, I agree 100%. Let's see. At the Cashmere Thoughts, we have Bring It On. It took me. I was damn near a grown ass man when I started to love this song a little bit more. Yeah. I used to skip this shit all the time.
I think this is this is the best example of him just conversating. Like him just talking through a song. You know what I mean? It's not it's not like I gotta, spit this play. It's just him talking through his shit in a song. Really fucking good.
And my guys, Fat Joe is on this stuff. Like, that is Fat Joe on the sample. I did not know that.
Didn't realize that either.
Dude, I was listening to like, man, it sounds like Fat Joe. But I was like, nah, he ain't gonna have Joe on here. He sure did have Fat Joe, because they had a problem for a long time. And
I don't know if any of these dudes ever didn't have problems with each other at some point.
It's very, very territorial, I'm sure, bro. No, I thought.
Look at everybody who was on this album with him beefed with him at some point.
Yeah, 1,000%. Big Jazz is him and Big Jazz still beefing.
Him and Bleak were beefing a year ago. You know.
Hey man, Big Jazz though, this is that Big Daddy Kane influence, Rakim flow. He has a generic New York flow, but damn, dude, it gets the job done.
No, he was Jazz. You know, there's a reason Jay took his name from this dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Sure,
He was a big influence. You know, he didn't have the talent that Jay had, and he didn't have that charisma and stuff that made Jay a star. But the foundation of who Jay was started with Jazz.
Hey, I move pebbles. I make moves that remove pebbles out of shoes. You suck pistols like pipe with the crystal. John Stockton couldn't assist you.
Ooh.
Like those are those punchline bars. Like he's a punchline rapper.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was still doing it. Was it Jig of What that he was on?
Yeah.
He was still spitting that kind of shit.
Yeah, but no, tip scales from metal to keep those things off balance. These frequent stops to ODBs if you feeding me, scheming on the wrist, action with the gleams. Jewels for Pop Duke to fulfill your dreams. Never put the pure brown sugar before the dirty green cream. Like those compound rhymes are very, very Biggie-ish.
And you know, probably not a very popular opinion. And not that he killed him, but when Jazz was making those diss records at Jay, they were kind of nice. They weren't bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
You know, they were mixtape shit, but they were not bad.
And see, that's why I'm like, damn, dog. That's how you do your boys too. Like you see the way Jay-Z has historically done his people.
Yep. No,
like, and no, we're not supposed to be feeding other men, but damn, we came up together. I expect, like, how you good and not your friends? Like, I don't know. Again, there's a lot I don't know. I never had a fight. I never had $500 million.
Exactly.
So I don't know how that is, bro.
And I think in you know, it's something we'll probably never fucking fully understand, but I think you get to a certain point as a business person where it's like, you know, if you're not on my same grind, if you're not willing to put in the same work, like I can't help you. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You know,
you can't just be along for the ride and not contribute shit.
We all got family that, you know, they just didn't develop the same way, man. They just didn't, you know, they stunted their growth, and it's like I can't just drag you along the whole time, man. Like you gotta do your part at some point. So, and I don't know those situations, but I can see it happening, especially once one guy blows up and the other guys are like, why didn't you bring me? You're like, well, you got to do your part too. So it can be seen in a couple different ways, man.
And this is actually the last song on the album. I think we should. Did you have that too, or did you?
I said the other two.
Can I Live 2 was
not needed.
Okay. So Can I Live 2 is a part of the reissue. Wasn't part of the original.
No, so it's the Can't Knock the Hustle remix.
We could close it out with Regrets. This is produced by Peter Panic. And he did it. I like the song a lot.
Yeah, I don't know who Peter Panic is.
Never heard of him, man.
So I take that back. Ski Beats is not the least known producer in this album. Because I don't know who the hell Peter Panic is.
Make me want to holler back at the crib in the sauna, praying my people bailed out like Time Warner, waiting to call from his kin out the corner. Like, phone in my hand, nervous confined to a corner. Beat the sweat, second thoughts in my mind. How can I ease the stress and learn to live with these regrets? Beautiful song, dude.
Yeah, I think this song kind of is one of those that shows Jay-Z's willingness to be open about who he is. He's always been that. And, you know, he's had his This Can't Be Life. The Song Cry. He's had 444 was a whole album of that.
Yeah, dude.
You know, admitting his mistakes, regrets, all that stuff. Like, for rap at that time, that wasn't very common, man. Like that wasn't a staple of East Coast hip hop.
You say it, vulnerability. Not many rappers can do it.
I've always said it, man. That separates people. I think that really separates the great rappers from the really good ones.
And I think the chorus too, man. Like again, when I was a young kid, I never understood it. But in order to survive, you gotta learn to live with regrets. And on the rise to the top, many drop. Don't forget. Like, fuck, dude, what a. I was listening to that this morning, like, man, so even in our regular lives, we know that on our way to this stinging life, I don't know if we made it, but on this life journey, we've been blessed. Not everybody's been blessed with us.
Nope.
And we can't give everybody our blessings because these are our blessings with our wives, with our homes, and
it comes to where, you know, I've not been perfect.
Yeah, same.
So, but if you dwell on those things, man, like they're just going to keep dragging you down. You're not going to get to where you need to be if you keep letting these whether they be small or big mistakes.
Yeah,
If
for
you
sure.
keep fucking carrying that weight with you, it's always going to slow you down. So
100%.
I got a lot of regrets, man. I got a lot of things in this life that I've done that, probably weren't the best for me, but who was it that, I forget somebody had a saying, I never lose. I either win or I learn.
Yeah, 100%.
And so you got to take that mentality. Fucking every loss I've ever taken, man, I'm like, all right, what can I do better next time? We used to preach that in basketball.
Yeah.
I preach that in life. I preach that to my kids, and this song and all those songs that Jay does where he's admitting I fucked up. I did wrong. He did a whole fucking joint where he talks about how he damn near lost the baddest chick in the game,
for sure,
fucking
man.
up,
Yeah.
and we all see what Jay looks like. He
was-
outkicked his coverage, man. He shouldn't be fucking that up.
He's just like us.
Yes,
He's just like us.
absolutely,
100% just like
absolutely.
us.
Me, you, Jay, we all did it right.
Yeah, man. We our women are definitely they downgraded one
Yes,
with us. God
they're
damn.
slumming it. All of them.
When we walked in, their moms were like, "This is what you
Really?
fucking brought us."
Really? Him?
This little motherfucker right here. Damn. This Hawaiian Soaking Fame,
Him?
camel looking motherfucker. Who called him the camel guy? Was it Prodigy?
Gotti? No, it's Gotti. Called
Gotti?
him.
Oh, my
Well, I saw Gotti when they were talking about it was the single off the second album.
Damn.
And Hype Williams did it, and he had the fisheye lens.
Oh my god.
And Irv Gotti said, "Man, Hype had him looking like Joe the Camel."
Oh my god. I remember back in the day when cool cigarettes were a thing.
Uh-huh.
That camel was Jay. They used to
Joe
make fun.
Camel.
And it's like, dude, it just I guess back with regrets. I look at it now as a little bit older. I'm not. I feel like you're older than me, so we know like every 10 years we kind of have a new an awakening, but we're a different person every 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years later, after I made my mistakes, or 5 years later, it's like, dude, no, they're not. Like, you can't regret it, because if you didn't make that choice, you ain't who you are today.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, I'm here because I made those mistakes. I learned from them, or I bounced back from them, and hopefully I don't make them again. But regrets is something you can't live with. And yeah, dude, Jay's really that second verse, as sure as this earth is turning, souls burning in search of higher learning, turning in every direction, seeking direction. My mom's crying because her insides are dying. Her son's trying her patience, keeping her heart racing a million beats a minute. I know you push it to your limit, but it's love. But it's this game, love. I'm caught up in it. They make it seem like we can't prevent it, never give it. You gotta take it, can't fake it. I keep it authentic.
So we've done 3 very classic East Coast hip hop debuts. Mm-hmm. We've done Ready to Die. Mm-hmm. We've done Reasonable Doubt, and we've done Illmatic, and all of them have had that vulnerability.
And at the last song.
God. They've all opened up and been like, yeah, I wish I was better at times, and that separates people, man. I used to say it all the time, like, you can just talk about how dope you are for an hour worth of songs, and that's cool, but I don't know if that will ever get you to that point where you're seen as, look at Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick is vulnerable on damn near every song he does. Mm-hmm. He is not afraid to talk about who he is. Mm-hmm. Then you get guys who may be a little too vulnerable. Drake, and maybe they've taken it a little too far.
Yeah, for sure.
But these 3 dudes, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, set a tone for that East Coast hip hop that everybody's been trying to emulate ever since. And it was a mix of like player, hustler, but also the vulnerability of, there's a lot of negatives that comes with this life.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking beautiful.
And like that, I always love that. That third verse, I miss him. As long as I'm living, he's living through memories. He's there to kill all my suicidal tendencies. In heaven, looking over me, in hell, keeping it cozy. Like, bro, no matter where he at, I want to meet him one day. That's crazy. Jay has some crazy lines too. I don't pray to God, I pray to God-E, and just say, if he's in heaven looking over me, in hell, keeping it cozy. I'll be there one day. Yep. Like, those are some real, freaking real lines, bro. And it's crazy, man. It's this was a beautiful album.
Yes.
And
yes.
Where do you rate this? I know we didn't do that last time with Illmatic. Where does this fall on your meter?
If we're going out of 5, this is a solid 4.5.
Okay.
Solid 4.5. The lows don't drag down enough to make it, to slow up the album. And that's that's part of being a good album. Like, if the lows don't slow the album completely down, like, there's nothing here that brings it to a standstill where you're like, God damn, why?
Yeah, for sure.
everything, and the highs on this album, ridiculous.
There won't be as many albums as we do on this podcast. There won't be many highs like the ones on this album.
No.
100%. What was your favorite? What would be your favorite song and your favorite beat?
Favorite beat is Can I Live.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
Favorite beat is Can I Live. That Isaac Hayes sample is so damn beautiful, man.
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
it's such a good, and that song, that beat is just the perfect beat for that song and the way he flows. And favorite song, Dead Presidents too.
Awesome.
Like I said, I think that's his Life's a Bitch. I think that's his, the one, if you got to pick a one, to me, that will always be the one.
I think my favorite beat will be either Devils or Can I Live or Regrets. My favorite song, Can't Knock the Hustle. I can't.
There's no wrong with that.
This is my favorite. It sets it off, and
Yep.
you got 10. Those first 8 songs,
Bangers.
man, so.
Yeah.
Ain't no, it's good, friend or foe, but man, that coming of age, Cashmere Thoughts, Bringing On Regrets, like, this album's so it's damn near perfect, bro.
It's beautiful.
What
It's
an impact
beautiful.
it had on the game,
Yep.
and it still has an impact. This is kind of this is the launching pad for Jay-Z, and look what he became.
Like, people always talk about, who's the best. To me, when it comes to everything that encapsulates a hip-hop artist, Jay-Z's the best ever.
For sure.
I think Jay-Z's the best, between his ability to rhyme, which is, unquestioned, his ability to pick beats, which is better than most,
For sure.
longevity, impact, like what he's done. Like, I mean, the dude's putting fucking rappers on Super Bowl stages now.
Yeah.
Like, he's built it into, but he's never lost that connection to hip hop.
Yes.
To me, he can make fucking club joints.
Yes.
He can make radio friendly joints.
Make you cry.
He can make you cry. He
Yeah.
can make you laugh.
Fuck, dude.
He's not afraid to step in the booth with the best.
Yes.
In
the game, he's well loved too. People
Yes,
love this
people
man.
like Jay, and the people who don't like him are either people who, didn't get rich off of him, like they thought they should have,
Well, they jealous of
or
him.
people who are jealous.
Yeah,
Exactly.
1000%.
Like, no, he's the greatest rapper of all time in my eyes.
Wow, that's a fucking statement.
Well, and not just
I've never heard you tell me your
as,
favorite.
as a whole, like he's not my favorite rapper.
No, just
He's not the best rhymer, but as a whole, in ability to make songs, to make up records, to exist in this hip hop sphere and be respected, to me, he's the best.
and took it to places that it has never
Absolutely.
been, bro. And
Absolutely.
No, I think there's big difference in the best rapper and your favorite rapper.
No,
And people
absolutely.
get that so confused.
No.
Like, no, dude.
Yes.
I think if Biggie had the run, Biggie's always. But Jay's people talk shit. People's like, well, Jay-Z in top 5. Jay-Z's in my top 3, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Jay cannot be mentioned. This for what.
No.
Even this album, if Jay died of this Noise album, he's up there too.
Right.
Not greatest of all time or the best of all time, but you got to mention this because
Yeah.
this is a great
Yes.
body of work, bro. And
And how many dudes, we talked about Nas, that, they can get to their 10th album and still be making relevant music.
God, yeah, that many.
And what separates, like I would say, from Nas to Jay. Now, who do I prefer to listen to? I will listen to Nas.
Nas.
Before I, if I had to pick between the two, I'm going to listen to
Mm-hmm.
Nas. But Jay just does everything well.
For sure.
Nas doesn't make great radio-friendly hits. Nas doesn't make, digestible stuff. Nas makes stuff that you really got to sit down and listen to, where Jay just makes shit that, my wife will throw on in the car and just bang
I mean,
to.
people want to listen to what Jay said, like what God did. That was like a fucking 8-minute verse, and
Yes.
he's just talking about his new problems he has, you
Right.
know. And no, dude, I love it. And this is a great album, and Reasonable
Yes.
Doubt, one of my favorites. I'm glad we got to talk about it.
Yep.
Next on the next episode,
Let's see. This is always my favorite part, guys, because like I say, I never get to hear it until.
we're gonna have the debut from down south. The egg, Atlanta got something. The South got something to say. Southern player listed Cadillac Music, Outcast.
I just got the chills, guys.
You read
This
my
album?
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
I know you mentioned it earlier. I was like, oh man, how did he know?
Man.
And that's what we're going with, man.
Beautiful
Southern
album.
player listed Cadillac Music.
I've always
Outkast.
said there's a handful of albums that I go out of my way to listen to, front to back, at least once a month. Southern Playlistic's one of them.
And man, we have how many songs is this right here? 17.
Yeah, there's a lot of skits and stuff
this
here
is a
too.
great book out, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to it.
Oh man,
I be bumping deep all the time, man. Who's my shit too?
Get up, get out.
Oh my
Man.
crumbling herb. Hey man, we're gonna go down south. We've been staying in New York, man. It's time for us to go to Atlanta. That's gonna be next week on. This gonna be the 14th.
We headed to the
edition. Man, 14. This gonna be 13. We wrapped up number 13, man. Honored to do it. What you do?
It's been fun, man. Always fun.
Again, shout out to our sponsor, Rogelio Details, Mobile Car Wash, local entrepreneur here on the east side. Support the kids. We support our sponsor.
We'll be sure to get all his socials and stuff in the post.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, call him up, man. You know, just a quick little aside. You know, there's a lot of bad shit going on in our community right now with these young kids, man. We've had some unfortunate incidents, some lives taken, lives lost.
Yes.
So when we get somebody like this who's doing something positive and just trying to get out there and make something for himself, from hey, I'm going to start washing cars. Cool. You know, he could be out doing a lot of bad shit, but this dude's out here hustling and trying to get his business off the ground. So support these people, man.
And bro, this kid came up to me and like a man. He didn't have to write me on the internet or to the girl's page. He said, "Hey, Mr. Contreras, can I sit down and talk to you about my business?" Because this is Rose from our freshman Rose. This is Rose's boyfriend.
Really?
So our basketball kid.
Oh, shout out Rose. Rose, I miss you, kid. She's one of my favorites.
And she made the logo. And
Very nice.
They sat down with me today and we talked about it and I want to know what he wanted. And he wanted to just get his business out there, and I respect that so much because I don't know if I was 15 years old. I don't know if I could go talk to a grown man who I'm sure, man, they probably think too much of me. The stuff they told me, they're like, slow down, don't toot my horn too loud, my guy. I'm trying to figure it out, but they respect the grind. I know what they see on the internet and just a glimpse of the life, in my opinion. But hey, if that's what inspires the kids, I'm cool with that because I just want to show them that, hey, man, I'm no problem helping you out, and we could do. I told him I'll do some footage for him too, so we could do a nice promo. And again, we are a sponsor. We got our first sponsor in the Keep Grinding the podcast era, man. Rogelio's Details.
Rogelio will go in the Keep Grinding What's in the Deck Hall of Fame as the first ever sponsor of the program.
And we appreciate you, kid. Again, we got Mobile Car Wash. He's gonna do all your detailing. Check him out. I'll put the social on our video and. Man, this is Keep Grinding the podcast. I'm DJ EC3.
Tony Donez, guys.
And after 90 minutes,
we out.